Alright, boys, in today's video I'm going to be talking about Yami and explaining why he's really good and the way you want to build him, what teams you want to run with him, what gear you want to run with him, as essentially what stats you want on him as well, what gear sets you want on him, on in a perfect world where you can get everything you want well, with perfect stats. You get the right sets, you get the right pieces, everything, you have the right teams for everything. We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about obviously what you want to do realistically with him. But Red Yami is excellent. If you have Red Yami, you have both the perfect PvE and PvP team for him, free to play. Once you get Red Yami, obviously he's not free to play, but once you get that, you're actually perfectly set up. By the way, so first of all, Yami is a physical attacker. He's got much more attack than he has a magic attack. So you want to build into that. You want to stack this one stat. Why? Because when we run him on certain teams, they'll make a lot more use out of his physical attack than his magic attack, obviously. And then if you stack this one, his higher stat, if you stack it even higher, then when you go to talents and you pick the attack one, the 7% attack one, that also does a lot more for him. So Yami, if you have his signature card, he will get crit chance every turn, right? I don't really talk about this one too much. I feel like his second skill is okay. It's really good in some situations, but for the most part, it's kind of just okay. You rarely click it unless you run him with Charlotte, which I'll show you what the combo is for that one. Pretty insane combo. You can actually get the perfect thing off, because in the perfect case scenario, right, you get his ult off, right, which increases his crit chance. Okay, then you get his second skill off to increase his crit damage and gives you damage dealt, and then you left click him with your first skill and you do big damage, right? Now, one thing you also want to upgrade eventually is going to be his united attack. Okay, not the one with what do you call it? Not the one with Jack, but just the basic one you want to upgrade, because you're not going to be running him with Jack ever, really, unless you do some. There's probably some team you can run for some bosses. They're both physical attackers. You can run them with Finral, and then they'll pop off. But there's not really any team that you really run them on. So that's kind of be a waste. So you kind of just want to increase this one. It gives them a damage dealt increase, 15%, right? Obviously you can increase it to 25%, and the damage it does is 35% only. But I'll show you the way we use it is not on his turn. We'll use it on a certain other one's turn, where we actually can increase the attack of this skill by a lot. But we'll get into that as well. So first of all, let's just talk about his stats. What you want a lot for his left click is going to be crit. Okay, you want a lot of crit and a lot of attack. Obviously, crit damage comes with crit. You obviously want crit damage as well. When you're critting, you want to do bigger damage. But mainly getting your crit chance up is going to be very important. Okay, now the way you get crit chance is obviously from his card, like I said. The way this card works, by the way, is really broken. It gives 3.3%, at my level, it's 2.5% at base, increased crit rate at the end of an ally's turn. Okay, so 3 people do an action, and then boom, you have plus 10% crit rate in my case, or plus 7.5% crit rate on his turn already, right? And then you stack it up to 5 times, and then boom, you're chilling, right? You have a lot of crit chance, you'll probably crit a lot of hits, and that's really good. And then your left click will apply bleed, which if someone's bleeding, his second skill allows you to stun them, and bleed overwatch is really nice. It's just nice to have. This is a little damage over time. It's not as good as burn. Obviously, burn is the strongest one in the game, but it's still good. So you want a lot of crit chance on him. Okay, so when you go to your gear and you have crit chance on any of your, which I hope I have. Yeah, I have. Okay, there you go. You have crit rate on this one. What you want to do is you want to enchant it to be even higher. Obviously, I don't have any right now. This is a resource you'll have tons of later on in the game, but right now, obviously, I don't have any. But on my career, I think my Yami has a 54% crit chance. You want to increase your crit rate as much as possible, so you can always guarantee the bleed. And also, it just does so much more damage when you crit, right? Obviously. So you get the 2 hits, you get the bleed, you crit, very nice, right? So as much crit damage as you want, as you can in this one, and also a lot of these attack percentage. I think this one I have it on the LR piece, which I got very lucky on. You get the attack percentage on this as well, right? Very strong, okay. And also crit damage, like I said. And also, I think a very underrated stat is going to be, for him, is going to be HP. This guy doesn't have a lot of speed, okay? He's not very fast, okay? His speed is 103. That's very slow. All right, if you compare it to, Charlotte, for example, right? She has 112, okay? And that's a big, in this game, that's a big jump, okay? If we go to Finral, I think he has the highest, right? So he has 120, right? A huge jump, right? We go to William. I actually have to load the game volume, I think, a little bit. Yoink. There you go. If we go to William, he's also one of the fastest in the game. He's got 116. Rades right, will only have 96, but you'll increase it when you awaken or everything. And then his LR passive will give him 7 speed, by the way. I'm just saying, because some people don't know that, and they think he's slow. He's actually, like, he has one of the base, like, the base lowest speeds, but this plus 7 speed is kind of huge for him and lets him move before a lot of other DPS characters, right? I'm just wanted to point it out, right? Like this guy only has 103 speed too, right? The DPS tend to not be the fastest. Obviously, if they were the fastest, it'd be really dangerous for them, right? It'd be really dangerous if a DPS is the fastest character in the game. Okay, Julius. But anyway, so we covered its stats, right? You want a lot of attack. It's very obvious. You just want a lot of attack, right? Set wise, okay. There is I don't think this is the best way to show it. Hold on. All right, on this one now, obviously his best sets, and I hope I don't have it sorted the way I want to. Okay, obviously his best sets are going to be a 2-piece of this set, right? Where you never run 4 pieces, by the way. Go watch my gear guide if you don't know. You never want to run you want to run a 2-piece of this one because it gives you crit rate. You don't run a 2-piece of this one because it gives you crit damage. And then you want to run the third one. You'd want to run the enhanced attack one. This one, you want to run the increased percent for attack, okay? And then with the crit damage and crit rate, crit damage, everything, and maybe some pen rolls as well, he will do a lot of damage, okay? Like I've had this guy hit for like 300k on his AoE before, on his left click, okay? And if you pair that up with certain other characters, you can get a lot more higher, and he can hold a lot more turns in a row. If you know what I'm going to, you know what I'm going to. But these 3 sets obviously are going to be the best ones. Obviously, early game that's going to be hard to set up. So like this one's going to be like decent, right? Just having the 2 pieces. This one just having a bit more attack. Where is it? It's like this one's not that bad, right? 10% increased crit rate when the HP is at 70% or higher, which usually you will have, right? Your tank will tank your hits, and you usually, like, if you're not above 70% in PvP, you're usually dead anyway, right? You're never like low in PvP. You're either full HP or you're dead, or you're about to be dead, right? Like even if you're low HP, it's probably not your turn next. It's probably someone else's turn, and then you die. So usually you're going to be above that 70% thing. This set I don't like. You're not going to run this set, but this set is good, right? And this set you can run really early on. Another one that's really good. I mean, this one's actually not that bad penetration, but it's kind of I never feel the actual like damage increase that it should give you technically. This one's okay, but again, this is the upgraded speed one, and you don't really care too much about speed on Yami, right? You kind of want your allies to move before you anyway, so you can stack his crit chance. But yeah, that's really it, right? And then obviously the more upgraded ones you can have, the better. But you won't have these like day ones. So I don't want to like. But these are the best, right? This one obviously flat out crit rate. It's good. Also a free to play card for him. I forgot to mention. That's going to be really good. Obviously you don't get a skill upgrade and everything, but a free to play card for him that you could run is going to be this little lizards card. Okay. This guy's card is crit rate, just flat out. Okay. You just have immediate crit rate, as you obviously don't get the skill effect because you don't have the skill, but it's an attacker skill and you can have this, and obviously because it's an SR, you might get multiple copies of this one, and this one gives you more crit rate, so you can use this one over the other one. Obviously other ones would be like the Asta one you could run because you crit damage. This one's also good because it increases all attack. Honestly, this is one of the best cards in the game. Like to put on any DPS, it's so strong. Very slept on. But you get 15% increased max all attack if you have max HP, so that's really good. I forgot what Eunice does. Not that good, right? Yeah, I don't really care. This one is all attack 10%, but you've been given this one for free. Which is all attack 10% as well. This one's also fine. This one's damage dealt. This one's also fine, right? Just as long as it's damage. Obviously, I feel like crit is obviously the best way to go because you want to trigger that passive with his left click. Well, I call this left click. It's a skill one. But yeah, you want to trigger this as much as you can. So there you go. Okay, and we want to stack with attack. Now, team-wise, it's going to be very different. I swear there's a way you can go to your teams from here, but I've done it like once, I think, on Korea, and I've never done it again. So we're gonna have to go into a stage really quickly, which is going to be somewhere, hopefully here. If not, I'm gonna be walking back. I'm kind of like, okay, I just went to challenges. Okay, there you go. So let's just go to this one. Okay. So this is going to be a PvE team that you're going to run, okay? You can sort of change this one, right? Because it doesn't really matter, like on this stage especially. But having a defender unit is really important. These PvE mobs hit so damn hard. And obviously defenders just have higher aggro on this mob. So like AI is like tends to attack defenders more than anyone else. Also, this guy has a taunt. Super low chance I've gone off, bro. I'm just really unlucky with this guy. But this guy's really good for PvE farming. Once we get Veto, who's also Red Defender, and you're able to pull him, which I wouldn't recommend something on his banner. He's really cool, and he got buffed on global, but I would just wait. Then you wouldn't want to run with Veto. You'd want to run a taunt character, and because for gear farming specifically, right, you want to have a full colored team, right? Like I'm farming this one right now, right? And I can probably beat this one now, Hikey. You'd want to run a defender, okay? Now, the way you want to set up the team is sort of annoying, because in a dream world, you have Veto already, and you can run the seasonal Asta, because the seasonal Asta is super good in PvE, he's super good in everything, to be fair, right? But you'd run this guy over Asta, and then imagine Leopold's Veto. That would be a better team. Okay, but right now we don't have that, and you also kind of can run Finral, right? Charlotte is excellent for multiple reasons. So Charlotte, first of all, is really good with Yami because she lowers enemy defense and she applies bleed on them. Okay, so you can do the second skill to stun them without having to do anything yourself first. Lowering their defense makes you do more damage, and one of the most important things is, because Yami is so slow, you don't get many turns off with him. Her second skill grants Mark, and if someone on your team, anyone on your team, it's not her by the way, anyone on your team kills someone with a mark, he gets an extra turn. So I don't have the best turn here, but I have a pretty good turn here. Like what happens if you have this, right? This guy has the mark, this guy has the mark, they actually all have the mark. I actually hit all of them. That's kind of insane. But what happens here is, right, I kill those two, and now I get 2 extra turns, by the way. Like even if I didn't kill anyone else on the next one, it would go again and then go again, because I've killed 2 people with the mark. It actually does stack up if you kill both. So that's really strong, right? And then I do it again, boom, get another reset, boom, attack again, right? And there's cases where you can attack 4 or 5 times, okay? So that's really, really strong with him, obviously, right? Because, I mean, I don't have to, you're attacking multiple times with this guy is insane, okay? Imagine you get 4 turns on your DPS, that is pretty crazy. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So that's really strong, right? She's really strong with this guy. They're pretty much made for each other, they're lovers, it makes sense. So Charlotte, by the way you want to build her is, it doesn't really matter. You want as much speed subset as you can, and then I run her like a mixed offensive. Like I'll give her whatever leftovers I have, to be fair. I think I want to run her more offensive than defensive, but I probably will switch like a super defensive high speed build at some point once I have like proper gear and everything, and I can like actually decide what I want to give characters. Because she like the rest doesn't really matter, right? But yeah, Charlotte's really good with him, and Charlotte's given to you for free. Right, one of the best characters in the game, she's given to you for free at the start. So that's really good. Okay, you can run these two together immediately. Now, the guy I was mentioning that's really strong is going to be Finral with this guy, okay, for many reasons. Okay, Finral on his ultimate is going to give everyone speed and crit rate. Okay, honestly, don't bother upgrading his ultimate. It's not bad, obviously, the debuff removal thing, the chance, but it's like, at some point you'll have it level 5 and you have 100%, but the skill materials are so scarce, especially early on. Just hold on to them and just upgrade your DPS first, okay? Unless some, like Charlotte, I had to upgrade this one because I wanted them more consistently, but that's really it, okay? But back to Finral. Finral, first of all, his ultimate is really good, okay? Boom, it gives him speed, it gives him crit rate, very strong, okay? His second skill increases attack by 55%, okay? Again, why you want to stack attack, not magic attack, right? By the way, this is different from magic attack, not that you think it does both. This guy does magic attack. Okay, just in case you're wondering, right? They're kind of the same character. This one's for magic attack, this one's a physical attack. Do slightly different things, but their slot on the team is always the same purpose. This guy increases attack by 55% and increases damage dealt. Okay, and obviously increase mobility by a fixed amount as well, which is nice. But it's not like it's not gonna like happen that much. And when you level it up, it gives more increased damage down, which I don't think is too important, but it does make a difference, obviously, if you can upgrade it. But increasing the scaling on your DPS characters is going to be much more effective with that. And then, which is why I said to max out this guy's combined attack, not the affiliation one, the regular one, right? Is because when you go to Finral and you go to his combined attack, what's going to happen is he gives you 84% attack. He gives you 84% attack and then has a chance to give you increased mobility, so you can even like go again, right? Finral's a fast on the team. The way you play Finral is, let's say, okay, so the plan is you ult with Finral first turn, or if you're feeling a little greedy, you do the second skill. Okay, if you're feeling a little lucky, you can do the second skill, and then you do like Charlotte's second skill. All right, then you'd attack with Yami, and then it'd be Finral turn again because Finral is so damn fast. And then Finral does this combined attack, and then boom, Yami kills someone, now it's Yami's turn again, he kills someone, boom, and so on and so forth, right? And that 74% or 84%, whatever it was, right? It's 84%. Yeah, 84% attack increase does make up for the rather low scaling on this card, right? This is 35% compared to the 66%, right? Obviously, it's almost half. And this is upgraded, it starts at 55, I believe. 6% increase. No, it starts at 60. Damn, okay. I thought it was 65. Whatever. It starts at 60%, right? Whereas this one starts at 35. But you can increase it, right? If you increase it to level 4, it'll be 45, which is a substantial increase, by the way. This is like a third damage increase. And obviously, he himself gets that 15% damage dealt, up to 25% if you max it out. So together, those two, they're just made for each other, okay? He gives crit rate, he gives attack, he gives him speed, he gives him everything this guy needs, okay? So Finral is his best friend, okay? So for PvE, the best setup is going to be, it depends, right? I like running a second DPS, right? Just in case Yami can't hold his own. But with Finral, you can just run this team and it works fine, okay? You can run this team. This guy is a physical attacker. Charlotte is like sort of a physical attacker, right? She's not like an attacker, she's a debuffer, obviously, but she does damage. She can do like more damage than you probably think. But obviously I don't really like stack my attack wise. I'm more give her just HP and everything. But you can stack her with like full attack. And then Yami will just carry, right? He'll just like cleave away at all the opponents all the time. And then for PvP, his best team is going to be what I actually don't have him set up. I don't like my PvP team right now. I'm trolling, but I'm just having fun. Let's see. The best PvP team is. Let me actually go to team 4. Why do I have this team on every team? Okay, whatever. Let's change this team. His best PvP team is going to be Asta, right? Finral, Charlotte, and the Yami. Where is he? There you go. There you go, right? And what you do is you ult with this guy first, or you second skill if you're feeling a little greedy, or you think that they have really slow units, or you're feeling lucky that he's going to give you the mobility increase, right? Then you second skill or ult, whichever. Then you would second skill with her, okay? You'd ult someone with Asta, then obviously his passive trigger, you do a second attack, he gets a reset, he does another attack, probably kills someone else, and then probably kills someone else, and probably kills the entire team by himself. But if he doesn't, then it's gonna go to Yami. What you can also do with him is you ult someone, if they live on 1 HP, you second skill someone else, because you just want to get them low, and then Yami does one attack, and if the low opponent had the mark, obviously that's only then you would not attack with us again. The mark, you give Yami this free reset, Yami attacks, boom, kills that guy, right? And the other guy that you attack with second skill now is low, you do another attack, okay, interesting. You do another attack with Yami, boom, now the guy that was low is dead, and let's say he also had the mark, because let's say you just hit everyone with the mark, okay, because they had a pretty good chance. Now he attacks for a third time, and at that point, like, anyone's dead, okay? And at that point, also, the other two are going to be bleeding for sure. So what you can do is you just use the second skill and stun someone, okay? Or what you can do also is the first guy that's really low, what you can do is you do his second skill or his third skill or his ultimate on that guy that's currently super low that you know you're going to get a guaranteed reset on, so you can get the buff, and then you do a second card and it's going to do a lot more damage. But overall, I feel like just doing cleave is going to be more damage, right? But in some situations, you could just go for second skill on one guy, right? Second skill on one guy, ult on one guy, and then you do ult on one guy, and then you do his single target again, right? Or his first skill again, and then cleave away at the other two. But for the most part, just cleaving away is going to be fine. My PvP team right now is very troll, so I'm not going to show. But a PvP team you could also run, right, if you want to be a bit more defensive, is going to be with Radis, right? So you'd replace these two with Radis and Mars, okay? And you just let this guy stack up, have Finral buff him to all hell, and then you just run those two, right? Where's you'd run Mars and Radis. Just Radis for huge shields so you can live. You could also just run William over Radis because he's going to be your highest attack, right? So William could work on this team as well. Like, let's say you don't like Asta, you don't want to run him, whatever. You want like a full, like, Yami channel support type comp. You could run this guy. And then you would run this guy, you'd ult with this guy, you'd get the damage reduction, you'd ult with her to lower their attack, because right now a lot of the hyper DPS units like Blue Yami, Red Asta, who a lot of people are using, obviously physical attackers, and then you'd lower their attack, and then they would attack into you, and your Yami has your highest ult, your highest attack, so highest all attack for one turn, so he would counter, right? So he would counter the enemy every time. So he'd cleave away, and then they'd be scared to attack you, even on your defensive team, and you'd probably win. Right, good team, very good team. Obviously, you need to gear it out. It's obviously always a difference of gear, but that's what you want to do with Yami. All right, and that's really it. I hope this helps you guys. I hope you guys actually get Finral up now. This guy's broken. And for the final stretch of the video, let's just try beating the stage, okay? I think I can beat it. I don't know if on auto. I want to beat it on auto, but I don't know if they can. We can try, right? So what I'll do is on the first one I'll do this. I'll do this. Okay, so he always has a skill 1 on turn 1 because I don't want him to immediately taunt, because if I kill them immediately because I have my burst from the start, then it's not a good thing. And I'll do this and this, okay? Or yeah, no, I'll do this and this, okay? And then for this guy, I would literally just like not select anything, so he'd only do a skill 1. If you don't select anything, it only does skill 1, by the way, okay? So boom. And let's see, okay? I've set the auto up. Let's see. My Finral doesn't have like, actually, does he? Did I equip gear on him? I think I gave him the like traveler set, right? Like yeah, I gave him some dog shit. Okay, there you go. Boom, there we go. Okay, let's see. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what they both can do. All right. All right. Let's see on auto if I can beat this. Because if I can definitely farm a lot gear already. So that's gonna be really strong. Okay, they move pretty quickly, but that's fine. Buff removal didn't go on Yami, which is good. All right, everyone's still alive. All right, he gives me the attack. Boom, Charlotte moves, doesn't attack, and now I kill everyone. Right, boom, he gets a cleave. Boom, he gets a cleave again. Now my Asta, he's done his normal attack already. Now he'll ult. Wait, I didn't put the ult. Oh, I didn't tell her to ult. Okay, well that's an unfortunate one. Because I think she would have beaten it. I think we would have had a much better chance to get through this if we actually ulted. Yeah, but now we do this one, right? We get the second skill again. If Yami gets to attack and they all just attack Asta here, I think we win. Again, like she would have ulted, they would have done so much less damage, but it's fine. Now we get the increased attack. Boom, now it's Yami's turn. Boom, he kills everyone. And there you go. Okay, let's see. Wave 3, everyone's still alive. Okay, I can definitely beat this. I can definitely get Largia now. Okay, that's good. So he does this. Nice. That's not good. They remove the buff immediately. This guy attacks Finral. Beautiful, actually. Again, Charlotte no, she wouldn't have her ult again, but she would have her second skill again because she wouldn't have used it on the first one. So he would have been fine. And now I don't think we beat it. But let's see. Maybe he makes a miracle comeback. All right. He definitely does not make a miracle comeback. All right, cool. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to change that. But we can definitely beat it, so that's good. But yeah, anyway, that's gonna be it for the video, boys. Kind of longer than I thought it was gonna be, but yeah, anyway, catch you.